Hey everybody, John Van Dyke here for New Jersey Exposed. Today is Sunday, July 18th, 2021. Time is 6:50 p.m. Yes, Jersey time. No other time. Okay, well, once again, I have another one of those hero stories. I'm starting to think I'm going to have to change the name of the channel to Blue Zero Heroes. There's just so many stories out there. Folks, I'm telling you. I don't even do all the stories that I see. I just try to do the ones that are probably the most interesting of them all. I just don't have the time. It's almost like a full-time job to keep up with all the stories that come out. Every day there's a hero story coming out. Unbelievable. I don't know why these bootlickers keep thinking that they're all heroes and it's just isolated incidents. And one bad apple doesn't mean they're all bad, and I don't know. I really don't know. Well, once again, and I want everybody to repeat after me, I have another well-trained, dedicated, yes, that's right, dedicated. And what comes after dedicated? Professional. That's right. I hear it all the time. They are professionals. And most importantly, they are heroes. They are well-trained, dedicated, professional heroes, always out risking our lives as they protect and serve the government. Now, I know some of you out there say, well, John, what do you mean they protect and serve the government? Okay, folks, let me put it to you this way. I know some of you out there are new to the channel, maybe a little slow, and you need a little help. Okay, this is how they protect and serve the government. Okay, their main job task is to enforce laws. That's why they're called law enforcement. If they were protecting, they'd be called protection enforcement. But they're not. I don't know any agency that's called protection agencies. Okay, second. So we got the first one. That's law enforcement, enforcing laws. The second one is generating revenue. They love to go out there and generate the revenue. They have to go out and generate the revenue. It's necessary. It's figured into the town budget. And they don't seem to have a problem doing it because they all go out and do it. They hand you that ticket and they walk away from you and they put their head to that pillow and they go sleep like a baby, don't they? And I'll give you another example how they are out there protecting and serving the government. Remember last year when we had the lockdown and you couldn't do this and you couldn't go there and you couldn't do anything? How about the guy over in Rumson who was having him and his friend were playing the guitar on his front porch, and some neighbors showed up, and the next thing you know, the cops showed up and the man got arrested for violating COVID restrictions. Well, who set the COVID restrictions? It wasn't me, it wasn't you, it was the government. That's right. And who enforced it? Our heroes. Okay, so onward with the story. This is a Blue Zero hero. This is reported on kycir.org. It's reported July 9th, 2021, and it reads as follows. This former Kentucky trooper denied using force under oath. The video says he did. Uh-oh. Looks like another camera exposed a bad cop behaving badly. And so here's the story right here. There it is. Take a good look. There it is. I believe there's a video with this too. All right, let's find out what he did. A former Kentucky state trooper has been criminally charged with perjury after denying under oath that he beat a man with a flashlight in April 2020. Why would he even take that oath? We all know they beat people up. In one form or another, they do it. Thomas Zartorsky was named in a lawsuit alleging troopers used excessive force against Alex Hombach of Shepherdville, while executing a bench warrant. The lawsuit also alleges that Hornback's parents recorded the officers beating him and that a trooper deleted the footage, but a home security video captured the incident. Oopsie! He thought he was going to get away with deleting the video, and then I guess he didn't look up. Hey, is there any surveillance cameras around here? It's very important, people, that we have cameras now. Very important. It's our biggest tool against these jerks. Okay, Lieutenant with the Kentucky State Police accused Sartorsky in a complaint filed Thursday of lying during a January deposition when he said he didn't use any force during arrest. Sartorsky turned himself in on Friday afternoon at the courthouse on a felony charge of first-degree perjury. According to his attorney, Josh Schneider, the charge carries a penalty of 1 to 5 years in prison. I don't think he'll spend 1 day in prison, but he will lose his job, and that right there is gives me somewhat of a satisfaction. District Judge Sheila Cos converted the arrest warrant to a summons while Sartorsky was in the courtroom, according to Schneider and the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. That means Sartorsky was not booked into jail. Schneider says Sartorsky is no longer he's no longer employed by the Kentucky State Police. KSP spokesperson didn't respond to requests for comments. Here's a picture of our hero right there. Look at him. Take a good look at that puss. He's not too happy right now. You know, he tried to screw up somebody's life and he screwed up his own, and we're supposed to feel sorry for him? I don't feel sorry one bit. Sartorsky was also a member of the Kentucky National Guardians deployed to Louisville last year in response to racial justice protests. Isn't that kind of ironic? Here he is to enforce racial justice, and there he is out there violating people's rights, lying. This is what's protecting us, people. That's what the bootlickers like to think. This is what's out there, you know, protecting. Sartorsky was deposed under oath in January for Hornback's federal civil suit. Hornback's attorney, Chris West, asked if he struck him with an object or used any other force. No, he said, I did not use any force on him. Yeah, but see, people, we have to understand that we have different opinions as to what force is. To them, putting a chokehold on you, slamming you on the ground, kicking your ribs, dry humping you, hitting you over the head with a baton or a flashlight, that is standard operating procedures for them. That is not use of force. So he may, in his own mind, believe that he was not using any force. Later that month, Hornback's attorney shared the family's home security video on Facebook. The arrest warrant cited the video as evidence. Sartorsky committed perjury. Kentucky State Police troopers do not wear body cameras. The video shows Sartorsky. See, they should wear cameras, but thank goodness that homeowner had a camera, because if that homeowner did not have that camera, that douchebag would still be riding around in a car collecting his 6-figure paycheck. Hornback puts his hands on the wall within. Hold on. The video shows Sartorsky and troopers James Cameron Wright meet Hornback in the family's basement. Hornback puts his hands on the wall. He assumes the position. Then within seconds, Wright forces him to the floor. There you go. They always got to throw you on the floor, and well, you know what comes next. Couple punches, couple kicks in the ribs, maybe a chokehold, and do the old dry hump. Okay, so Wright punched him in the with closed fists, and Sartorsky beat his legs 4 times with a flashlight. So both of them are in it. I want to know why the other officer wasn't charged. Wright then held Hornback on the floor for about 30 seconds with his left knee on the back of his neck. A third trooper entered the room and handcuffed him. Hornback appeared compliant throughout the encounter. Court records show KSP Internal Affairs Department investigated Sartorsky for 2 incidents where he used force in the month before Hornback's arrest. In one incident, he kicked the suspect's lower body while he was on the ground, and numerous other officers had gained control of him. In a second, a week prior to Hornback's arrest, he struck a man with his flashlight 8 times after Wright pulled him from the car during... This guy's got anger issues, serious anger issues. Pulled him from the car during a traffic, including 1 strike that investigators said came as the man was trying to stand up and comply. Well, it's kind of difficult to stand and comply when you look like the Wile E. Coyote after a train just hit him. Poor guy played, okay, what does you want me to do? Investigators found 2 violations: conduct unbecoming, excessive use of force, and suspended Zartorsky, despite the fact that he testified under oath just 2 months later. Zartorsky said in his sworn statement he didn't recall the suspension. Well, it's I don't know, maybe it's standard procedure for him to get suspended all the time, so one seems like the other. All right, so we'll put the link in the description. And, well, once again, we have another one of those well-trained professionals, dedicated heroes out there risking our lives. Just another day on the job for one of our heroes in blue. I'm John Van Dyke for New Jersey Exposed. Let me know what you think in the comment section, people. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, share. The channel is growing, and that's good. We'll keep doing these Blue Zero Heroes stories. I'm getting a lot of compliments about it, so I appreciate that. And let you all know that this is your one-stop shop channel for bad cop stories. So if you get one of these bootlickers out there, these LEO glorifiers, blue kiss blowers out there, who start there with their nonsense, their propaganda, and start trying to tell you, trying to shame you, make you feel guilty for pointing something out that a cop did, you just direct them right on over here to New Jersey Exposed. Many, many stories about bad cop behavior. It's not isolated incidents. It's an everyday occurrence. Till next time, people.
When he was taken to the ground, did you use any force on him?
No.
Did you ever strike him with any object?
No.
It sound right, boys.
Let me say it this way. I would not have taken this case without that video.
Attorney Chris Weiss represents Alex Hornback, who can be seen in this home surveillance video, being arrested by 2 troopers with the Kentucky State Police on a bench warrant in April of 2020. As you see, officers instruct Hornback to place his hands on the wall to be handcuffed as his parents watch close by. That's when things took a turn before troopers forced the man to the ground, and now former trooper Thomas Zartorsky beat the man in the legs with an object.
I see the excessive use of force by officers, you know, and I mean, luckily there were no hospital bills from this. You know, that wasn't what sort of bothered me. What bothered me was there was no use of force report that was made.
What's worse, according to the attorney, is that former trooper Zartorsky lied under oath about his actions that can clearly be seen on video.
When he was taken to the ground, did you use any force on him?
No.
Did you ever strike him with any object?
No.
This contradiction has now prompted a charge of perjury against the former trooper, which carries up to 5 years in prison if convicted. According to the attorney, it was a lieutenant with KSP who actually filed the charges against Zartorsky.
When you catch someone dead to rights like this, you know, it does sort of undermine faith in you know, in the system and in people, you know, being honest. And I think, you know, it is a big deal when you catch someone in a lie like this, especially when they're a law enforcement officer, because frankly, more is expected out of them.